There's a crazy Thor Love and Thunder theory.
The trailer was amazing.
So we know at the end of the trailer, right, we see Jane Foster become Mighty Thor.
Yeah.
So in the comics, we see how Jane Foster gets cancer and Thor no longer wants to be a superhero. And that's kind of what we see in the trailer. But someone needs to pick up the duties as Thor, and Jane Foster ends up becoming the next Thor as Mighty Thor. And Natalie Portman, the actress who plays Jane Foster, has confirmed that the storyline of her getting cancer will be in Thor Love and Thunder. But what if I told you the reason behind her powers is totally different?
What do you mean?
So we see throughout the MCU how the Infinity Stones are really deadly, and they'll slowly kill you. Look at Tony Stark in Endgame wielding all of them. Even in the lab, Tony didn't even want to touch the Infinity Stones. And then look at what happened to Hulk's arm and Thanos and even the Guardians of the Galaxy, right? They had a hard time just holding one Power Stone. If they held it any longer, it was probably going to kill them.
Yeah, it's pretty much a lose-lose.
But there's one person that possessed an Infinity Stone more than anybody else that I named before, and that is Jane Foster. In Thor the Dark World, we actually see that Jane Foster has the Reality Stone in her blood. When she had the Reality Stone in her blood, she got really sick until Malekith took it out of her. Now think about it. We know what the Infinity Stone does when you just hold it. Could you imagine the damage it does when it's in your blood? The Infinity Stones have high levels of gamma radiation, and that's why they chose Hulk to do the snap to make everybody come back, because he's made out of gamma radiation. But to a regular person, the radiation is deadly, and it probably could cause cancer.
So the radiation from the stone gave her cancer.
Yeah, so the theory is, what if the Reality Stone gave her cancer, but also gave her power?
What?
Because we see how Captain Marvel got her powers from the Tesseract, and we see how Vision got his powers from the Mind Stone. We see how Scarlet Witch and Quicksilver both got their powers unlocked from an Infinity Stone. And Jane Foster having the Reality Stone in her, it had to give her some sense of power.
It would be an interesting story if they did that.